Welcome to the video. My name's Steven. We are here for Steven Rants. I think 6 or 7. This is 6. Steven Rant 6. Today I'm going to talk about the Dunning-Krueger effect. If you don't know what the Dunning-Krueger effect is, it's basically when you find out that you know more than you thought you did. After learning something, you find out like the rabbit hole is a lot bigger than you thought it actually was, and you realize how little you actually know about a particular subject. And I thought there was like a cap to what you can learn on things for my entire life. So I was like, okay, and they do this with school. School is awful for this. It like teaches you basically that once you get your degree, like they make it this big thing where you have to get your degree. And as soon as you get your degree, like you're done learning. You've like learned everything you need to learn. The problem is there's learning that goes beyond academia. So it's not just what you learned in school, you're going to be learning every day. It's what you learn about. And I think it's important to acquire skills that are useful for other people. And I think people make it seem like it's too hard to make $1 million or to make a lot of money. And the honest truth that I have to say with that is that's not true. If you have a skill that's good and people will pay for it, matter of fact, rich people will pay for it, your skill, they will pay you and they will pay you handsomely, right? So it's very important to understand that learning does not end in academia. So it's very easy to think that because they give out degrees and whatever. But anyway, so basically, if you do a lot of learning, I'll say the best way to learn is to read. That's where you'll get the most knowledge and retain it. And then another way is to write it down and then teach it. So those are like the 3 steps to learning. Um, but yeah, you get to a point where you realize like, oh shit, I don't know as much as I thought I did, and you get humbled. But then in that moment, you think that like what you know, everyone, it's like common knowledge, but that's also not common knowledge either. So I'll tell you a story. I'm teaching a content creation and advertising playbook to this company, this AI company. I'm teaching, it's like a team of 5, and I'm teaching them how to do AI, or I'm teaching them how to put content on social media. And it's not saying that I'm the best. I mean, look at me. I have 35 subscribers, and I have 1,000 followers on Instagram. Um, but I'm better than a lot of people in a sense that I understand how content creation works. I don't think people put much. I think a lot of times people think that because they put something out there that people are going to automatically watch that thing, when that's not always the case, right? Like you're going to have to put a lot of effort in. And I'll tell you this, the effort that's required to make something go viral, or that's required to be good enough, is a lot more effort than you thought you'd have to put in. And over time, you're going to keep breaching that barrier over and over and over again, because it's easy to believe that the amount of effort you're putting in now is great. But over time, you'll realize that that's not true. And so I'm teaching this course to this team, and I thought, like, I kind of just winged it, like I was throwing information on there, and then one of the owners actually texted the other owner, the one that I'm closest with, during the meeting, and said, "Hey, this guy's really good. He knows what he's talking about. We should try to see if we can get him to sell this with us, and we partner together and sell this playbook." Like, she was like, "This is so good," and I just thought it was like whatever, right? Like I put effort into it, but not enough for her to say that, in my opinion. But it's like people don't actually know what you think they know. And also maybe it feels like this too, like everyone knows more than you, and then you know significantly less. And another big thing that I've come to find out too, this is where arrogance tends to set in a lot of people. So people will go to college, or they've been in business for a long time, or they've been in, like, they just know a lot about a particular subject, which is fair. But also these people don't know everything about that subject. And what ends up happening is they will think that less of you because you're on your way up. And like also too, it's like if you look at it in a complete status, like if you went band for band with somebody and they like make more money than you, or and you can replace that with anything you want to. So it's like they make more money than you, they have bigger muscles than you, they have more girlfriends or whatever, like stuff like that is what people like to measure knowledge on, or like skill on something, right? So it's like, I make more money than you, so there's no way that you know more about this than I do. Where in a sense, it's like maybe you know this, I know this. Like I might know a smaller portion, but also it's like completely different things. And I think that's a big problem with business owners that I find a lot of times is because they've been in business for a long time, they learn things a certain way, and that's how they do them. That's how they execute, and it's going pretty great. But sooner or later, they're going to get run out of business by some of this newer technology, like AI, all these marketing strategies, running ads. They don't want to do that stuff because they think it will. They think it's a scam or it's not real or it's not. You know, I can't help them, or it's like, oh, I've been doing this. I know what I'm doing, and I think it's that level of arrogance that we need to get rid of, inside of ourselves, that bit of ego, um, because that's not going to get you anywhere. So just because you know something, which I'm sure, like, you know a lot, everybody has their own knowledge in anything. Everyone has knowledge. There's other people that know things too that you don't know, and if you're willing to work with those people, then you're kind of in a better position than if you weren't going to work with those people. But also, then there's the other side too. It's like you have this gift, you have knowledge, and I think sometimes you don't appreciate how much you know already. So my message here is to just like appreciate what you know and be willing to share that with other people. Obviously if they ask, don't be like the dickhead that's like talking about it when no one asks. I do, and if you're gonna say something about me, this is YouTube. You clicked on a video, but then also the other side of that too is it's like if someone knows something that you don't know, or if maybe someone can help you or they have an idea on something, just because you make more money than them or just because you've been doing whatever longer doesn't mean they don't have something that you can listen to them to, right? Like everyone has knowledge, and I think it's very important to just not be arrogant. I guess that actually might be the title of the video. Is like arrogance is what's ultimately keeping you from making money. Arrogance is what's keeping you in your position. And it's hard because then you get really hard headed and you're like, no, this is how it needs to get done or else. And that's just not true. Like there's other ways to do things, and if you work with other people, life is a lot easier. But if you continue to let arrogance take over and you don't accept the fact that other people can help you out, good luck. Like seriously, good luck. Like you'll hit a cap at some point, and because you know everything, no one else can teach you. No one else can help you get better. And that's a problem that you need to fix. So that's my advice. If you're arrogant, get better. And if you know stuff, be proud of what you know. It's like a back and forth thing. Don't be too proud. Be like exactly enough proud of what you know. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and have a wonderful rest of your night.